Compliments of the season and welcome to Political Update. 6 senatorial and 9 state assembly elections were conducted on December 5, 2020. But there is a great level of uncertainty in 2 of the senatorial elections. For instance, in Imo North, the victory is still pregnant for APC. And just on Thursday, 17th of December 2020, Cross River North Senatorial District has somewhat joined the Imo situation because there are ongoing court cases. How is Stephen Ode reacting, that is the senator representing Cross River North, reacting to the appeal court ruling on Thursday that questions the integrity of the PDP primaries for the Cross River North senatorial elections? Stephen Ode, the man in the eye of the storm, will join me to give his own account in the course of this program. Trending at the moment, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) conducted by-election in Magama Rijau Federal Constituency of Niger State on the 14th of March 2020 and returned Kasimo Danjuma of APC as duly elected. However, on the 21st of September 2020, the Election Petitions Tribunal disqualified Kasimo Danjuma of APC and nullified his election. On 17th of November 2020, the Court of Appeal affirmed the disqualification and nullification of the said election and ordered the commission, that is INEC, to conduct rerun election within 90 days from the date of the judgment. The disqualification and nullification of the election was based on the ground that the candidate submitted forged documents to the commission and had nothing to do with any infraction on the part of INEC. Consequently, INEC has fixed Saturday, 6th of February 2021 for the conduct of the Magama Rijau Federal Constituency rerun election of Niger State. And the condition is that only duly nominated and qualified candidates of the African Democratic Congress ADC, All Progressives Grand Alliance ABGA, and the People's Democratic Party PDP are eligible to participate in the election. Fresh nomination of candidates is not allowed in the court-ordered rerun election, according to INEC in a statement signed by Festus Okoye, INEC National Commissioner for Information. Meaning Kasimo Danjuma and the APC will not participate in the election, the candidate having been disqualified and the election nullified by the court. Former Governor of Zamfara State, Ahmad Rufai Sani, and APC stalwart is already peeping into the presidential polls in 2023. He is of the opinion that the presidential ticket of the party should be open to all.
We are in democracy, and in democracy is governed by processes and procedure and by laws. So the Constitution of Nigeria does not recognize anything called zoning. And that likewise, check our constitution, APC constitution. If there is that agreement, why didn't we put it in the constitution? So nobody will just come and say there is an agreement. Take your constitution, amend it. Put that agreement, if there is, then nobody will come from another side and work against the constitution. As a Democrat, as a citizen of Nigeria, I can aspire based on the laws of Nigeria. The Nigerian constitution has given rights and privileges to every Nigerian citizen who believes he has something to offer to aspire for any office, irrespective of his state of origin, his tribe, ethnicity, religion. You have right. The Constitution has given us guarantee to participate in the political process.
So now to the issue of the day. Court of Appeal in Abuja on Thursday ruled that Jarigbe Agam Jarigbe is the authentic candidate of the PDP and directs INEC to issue certificate of return to him and withdraws him from Stephen Ode. The reaction that trailed this ruling is the crux of our discussion on Political Update today. But how true are some of those issues that have been passed in that ruling? Was there any, if at all? So with me in the studio is the senator representing Cross River North Senatorial District, who was just sworn in to the Green Chambers on the Red Chambers, rather, the Senate on just Wednesday this week. And yesterday, the following day, there was a court issue allegedly disqualifying his position in the party. So can we please hear from you, what are the basics of that judgment and how are you reacting to it?
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you for the opportunity created. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come and then clear the air. Well, as far as I'm concerned, and being a lawyer, I know that the law will have to take its course. But let me correct one impression. That ruling or that judgment from the Court of Appeal has not affected me in any way. It was a pronouncement, yes, but I can tell you authoritatively that the Supreme Court justices are not magicians. So what happened in that judgment is misrepresentation and suppression of facts. Because if you approach a court, it is what you tender that the court will determine, and the judgment of the court will be dependent on the facts. So I can tell you that Right Honorable Jarigbe Agom has misrepresented and suppressed facts before the Court of Appeal justices. And so we don't blame them. These are people that are very, very responsible. Justices of the Court of Appeal are people you can't just toy on them. But I can tell you what happened yesterday was fraudulent on the part of Right Honorable Jarigbe Agom. Let me tell you, I have a document here. Document he filed in Court of Appeal. First, he approached the FCT High Court. One boy, his boy, let me make this fact clear to the world. One boy, his boy, a member of the party at the local government level, in Ugoja local government, one John Alaga. He put him here chief to make the name look big. One small boy, his boy. He now asked, he gave him money to sue him, to question his credentials, that he deposed to a false affidavit submitted to INEC. The question is that, was Jarigbe a candidate of the party? Who gave him nomination form? So this young boy now went to court and sued Jarigbe. You understand? He sued Jarigbe, and judgment was given in favor of Jarigbe. Said, look, the credential you submitted, the document you submitted as deposed to in your nomination form were authentic. Number one, who gave him nomination form? Where did he get the nomination form? I have my own here, which I'm going to show to you today. Two, he secured that judgment and hid it, only for him to come and do destruction on the eve of election. He got that judgment from the FCT High Court on the 4th of November and hid it and only brought it out on the 5th of December. Is that not fraudulent?
You made a point. You said the yesterday judgment by Binta Mohammed was a pronouncement and not a ruling. And many of
it was a judgment.
Many of our viewers out there, can you differentiate pronouncement and ruling and judgment?
Yes, of course, it's a judgment. It's a complete judgment. But the order that we saw this morning is not a consequential order, and it does not affect my seat. My concern now is that he is just a meddlesome interloper, trying to take what does not belong to him. Right. And I won't fold my hands. Of course, I'm a lawyer.
Okay, but let's...
And don't forget that I'm already a sitting senator.
Okay, let's briefly... The basis of this ruling or judgment is as a result of the party primaries that were conducted. And I think we have a clip of that primaries. If we can get it, let's see how the primaries were conducted before the elections in Calabar.
Odi. Jaribe. Odi. Jaribe. Vote for Right Honorable Agum Jarigbe Agum Jarigbe, a strong member of our great party, a representative of our people, a man that we have sent to the National Assembly to represent our people, scored 90 votes. 90 votes. 90 votes. Dr. Steve Ode scored 450 votes. 450 votes. I, Honorable Olorogu Talib Tebite JP, in accordance with the power as chairman of the electoral panel and chief returning officer for this election, having been witnessed by INEC, I hereby declare Dr. Steve Ode elected as senatorial candidate of our great party, the PDP, for the by-election into the North Senatorial District, I so declare.
That we're a family. This is Cross River. This is an internal affair of the party. It's PDP. So whoever wins, let us celebrate and let's keep the party together.
Okay. That's a clip of the primaries that were conducted as a follow-up to the mini-election. But let's also hear from the PDP chairman of Cross River State. Chairman Adam Enoch, if you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, I'm hearing you from here.
Okay. Yesterday there was a ruling among two candidates, two members in your party, fighting for the soul of Cross River North Senatorial District in the Senate. What is your reaction to that judgment?
Well, at this point, I know that the party, though, we have not been told the next line of action, but I know the party will definitely proceed to Supreme Court. So I cannot preempt the decision of my party, but here in Cross River State, we are really dissatisfied with what is going on, because in the party in the state, we have only one candidate.
And who is your candidate?
Dr. Stephen Ode, in a well-processed primary that was witnessed by INEC, and from the National Working Committee, the people who came and conducted the primaries went back to the National Working Committee and submitted the results. So we are now wondering in this state, in this country, why things like this should continue to happen. In a well-processed primaries like this, where there was no issue of rigging or hijacking, then what could have been the problem?
All right, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We wish you the best. Okay, back here.
Yes.
Before I called you this morning, I've been trying to call Jerry Bates to also hear his side of the story and probably to get him on phone or bring him to the studio. But since yesterday around 8 p.m. till now, he has not returned my calls, neither messages. So I think we tried our best to balance it. Be that as it may, let's hear from you. Your chairman said they are going to the Supreme Court. On what grounds are you going? Because from the judgment here, your name was not mentioned.
Of course, that is the fraudulent aspect of the entire process. He has just tried to ambush me. He has always operated in this manner. But this time it's quite unfortunate that he is doing that against a lawyer that is also very experienced. You can't imagine that somebody will proceed to court and claim that he was a candidate of a party. Even up to the point of saying that a certificate of return should be given to him. One, I won the primaries. The party submitted my name as approved by the INEC guidelines. Look at the letter the national chairman and the national secretary of the party forwarded my name to INEC. That look, this was submitted on the 10th of September 2020, before the by-election, that this is our candidate. And I was given all the necessary forms as stated here, from EC9, from EC9C, from EC13C, and all that. All with my nomination form submitted to INEC, which was received. And this is a certified true copy of all the documents submitted to INEC. And then somebody from somewhere, because he found himself in this House of Representatives, who want to hijack my mandate, of course it's impossible. If you look at the guideline by INEC here, he said, Process for submission of list of candidates / nomination form. Political parties shall forward the names of candidates for election using the prescribed forms. It is the political parties. And by section 31 sub 1 of the Electoral Act, it is only the political party that has the right to forward the name of a candidate to INEC. INEC only goes to observe what happens and advise if guidelines were not followed. At this point in time, INEC, even when he stormed out, he staged a walkout with some of my contestants then. He said, look, these primaries cannot go on because INEC is not. INEC stood up, INEC officials stood up and said, look, INEC, we are here. And then he went to one Gakuna, his friend's hotel in Ogoja. They call it Gakuna Hotel, owned by his friend. And stood there, mobilized people to stand behind him, and declared himself a winner. Meanwhile, the party constituted electoral panel headed by the chairman, Honorable Olorogun, as declared, as you've seen it clearly on the television, and the secretary. So 5 of them legally constituted by the party. As I speak, let Jarigbe come. I challenge him to come forward and present a letter the party forwarded his name, the nomination form which purportedly indicated in these fraudulent processes. As I speak, this young man has more than 8 cases in all courts spread across. Meanwhile, let me tell you, he was the one that took, when he discovered that I won the primaries, this fake report declaring himself a winner, he took it to Port Harcourt Federal High Court just to make sure that he is declared a winner. And I went to Port Harcourt and joined. The matter was sent to Federal High Court Calabar after vacation. And as I talk, the judgment was delivered in my favor. As I speak, he has appealed that judgment at the Federal High Court to Court of Appeal.
You said the judgment of yesterday is fraudulent.
Of course, because...
So on what grounds are you going to the Supreme Court?
I am going to join as an interested person because it is my seat that they are contesting for. I can't fold my hands and wait for them to come and begin to look for my seat. I am the validly nominated candidate of the party, contested the election, I won. INEC declared my name. At a point when INEC delayed the publication of my name, I took INEC to court. And INEC duly published my name, and I contested the election. I was declared a winner. Okay. On the 5th of December, I have the certificate of return here. I've been properly inaugurated by the president, amiable president of the court, the Senate president. I am now a sitting senator, and from nowhere somebody will come and say, look, I'm the candidate. On what ground? That is the situation. And the judiciary should not be dragged into this political mud. It is really unfortunate that a young man, a sitting house of, don't forget I was his campaign director general. Okay. And he could do this to me. Then this country, we are heading towards a very dangerous situation. He's setting a precedent that people will start killing themselves. A man that didn't participate in the by-election will go to court. As I speak, what he's doing is forum shopping. He went to FCT High Court to secure an interim order to stop my inauguration. And on the 8th, on the 11th, that court vacated his own order and said, look, they discharged the order that, look, this man should be, we are not aware that he was the validly nominated candidate of the party. Every document concerning, even the INEC guidelines is here.
Did Jarigbe also participated in the primaries you took part in?
He participated and I defeated him with 450 as against 90. Okay. I defeated him. Even, look, he was not even supposed to participate in that primaries. Because what? The appeal panel of the set up by the People's Democratic Party disqualified him. Okay. But he went to High Court in Port Harcourt, and the High Court now said, look, his own list, which he thought he felt that the delegate list, he felt it was his own list, that they should use that list. And that was the list that was used to conduct the primary that I emerged as a winner. So he thought that with his list, he was going to win. He didn't know that I'm even a grassroots politician more than himself. Of course, if I was not, he made me the director general of his campaign organization, and I won his election for him. This is the same man going to see how he can...
He's your friend, and he's a serving member in the House of Reps?
Of course, we gave him the mandate.
Okay.
And his mandate is subsisting.
So you are members of the Cross River Caucus in the National Assembly?
Yes.
So why can't people resolve this amicably at the party level or within, as friends, being his former campaign DG?
Of course, even when I went during my consultation, this is the same person that told me, I have it on record, that look, I'm ready to support you for the senatorial seat. When once the party decide to project you, I will support you. And suddenly, all the persons that conducted primaries in Cross River State, he lured them into it. They didn't even know that what he had was his personal interest.
Okay.
You understand? He is a sitting house, and these things were divided. Look, Yala and Ogoja local government were the people that shared. Ogoja took the House of Rep, Yala took the senatorial seat. When the late Senator Rose Oko died, the governor now look for equity. Yala local government complete somebody from Yala local government complete this tenure, and that was how the governor now said, look, you have this, go and then contest for this, and that was how I came. So I even paid him a visit, told him I was interested in this position, and he said, no problem. I was jokingly telling him, look, you can even buy the form for me. As a friend, having been his campaign DG. Ordinarily, we are supposed to be working together as one united family, as a political party. So this is the first time we are seeing this kind of strain. As I speak, he has more than 8 cases in court. He will go and ambush you. And don't forget, in all these cases or these matters, even this one in the Court of Appeal, PDP is not there. I am not there. You are somebody that has dragged him to court. He didn't even participate in any election.
I think you have exhausted enough. At least you have explained. You came with so many,
so many court judgments.
Yes,
I have all the judgments. And let me say it here.
I think time may not permit us to take further because we have already exhausted our 30 minutes. So
I need more than 1 hour.
Honestly, 2 hours even.
Yes.
But that has to be live coverage then.
Please, I need more than 2 hours to demolish this young man.
Thank you very much.
Cross River North will not allow this to continue any further.
Thank you very much for being part of Political Update. That is the much we can take on today's edition on Political Update. Hope to see you again on Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend.